What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about draft prospect George Pickens. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys continuing to tune into the channel, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, that's either $2.99 or $4.99. I really appreciate you guys. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So like I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about wide receiver George Pickens. George Pickens played his college ball at the University of Georgia. He goes about 6'3", 200 pounds. George Pickens is a very explosive wide receiver, wiry wide receiver, lanky, very good at high pointing the football and catching the football in traffic is one of the things that I noticed when I watched his tape. One of those guys that wins a lot of the 50-50 balls where you throw it up, whether you're on the goal line where you're throwing a fade pattern or whether you're throwing the ball down the field. He's very aggressive at the point of attack. Normally, if it is a 50-50 ball, just watching his tape, 90% of the time, George Pickens is going to come down with the football. And that's something that we really lacked last season and missed last season without us having as many weapons as Matt Ryan needed to be successful. We didn't have wide receivers that could beat man coverage consistently. And that's something that George Pickens also does very well. He's very good at running routes, very good at creating separation for the quarterback to throw him the football. And even at Georgia, where he didn't have great quarterbacks, he had quarterbacks like Stetson Bennett throwing him the football, who doesn't have the strongest arm, but he was even able to make a quarterback like Stetson Bennett. He helped raise that team to championship caliber. And he also made Stetson Bennett look a lot better than he was. So George Pickens is definitely one of those guys I think that the Falcons may be able to go after in the first round if we trade back, or early in the second round. I do think he still may be around in the second round because it's a lot of defensive talent in this draft. So I think George Pickens could fall to the second round. But if he's there, because our Atlanta Falcons have multiple second round picks, I definitely think the Falcons should consider taking George Pickens because we lack talent on the offensive side of the ball. Currently, we only have one wide receiver under contract, which is Frank Darby, other than Calvin Ridley, who we currently don't know if Calvin Ridley will come back next season with our Atlanta Falcons. We only currently have Frank Darby under contract. But in regards to George Pickens, he puts me in the mind of Plexico Burress. If you remember Plexico Burress, he was about 6'5", 200 plus pounds. He played in the NFL for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and also played with the New York Giants. And then later in his career, he played with the New York Jets. But he was one of those physical wide receivers, long, wiry. And that's what George Pickens puts me in the mind of. His game reminds me of Plexico Burress. And I definitely think that he could definitely help our Atlanta Falcons because Arthur Smith likes the bigger physical wide receivers. I definitely think he would fit in this scheme, especially playing in the SEC and playing at Georgia, which is a run-first offense for the most part. With Kirby Smart, they believe in running the ball and playing good defense. And that's kind of the same philosophy I think that our Atlanta Falcons are going to be going with moving forward. Arthur Smith believes in running the football and using the play-action pass, using the running game to open up the play-action pass. And I think because George Pickens played at Georgia in the SEC where their tougher defenses are, I think George Pickens will be very good at blocking in the run game because of his size. And I definitely think that he'll be a guy who's very good at, running after catching those short intermediate passes, those hitch routes, those screen passes. And he's very good at creating in the open space. If you go check out George Pickens highlight reels, or if you go check him out on tape, he's really good at run after catch, very good at getting yak yardage after the catch. And I definitely think that that was something that our Atlanta Falcons struggled with as well last season. We didn't have many receivers that were good at run after catch. We had a lot of guys that they would catch the ball like a Russell Gage or like a Olamide Zaccheaus. They could catch the ball and then just go down where they were. They weren't great at creating separation, and they weren't great last year of creating, getting yards after catch and being able to be a playmaker with the ball in their hands. And I definitely think that that's something that George Pickens does really well, whether you're giving him the ball on like a jet sweep or a reverse, or whether you're giving him the ball, on a slant or on a hitch route. He's very good, or even a curl pattern. He's very good after he catches the ball. He plays a lot bigger, even though he is a big guy. He plays like a running back with the ball in his hands, kind of similar to a Cordero Patterson, where he's very physical at the point of attack. He runs through a lot of arm tackles and things of that nature. And that's something that I think that our Falcons could very, very well use next season for Matt Ryan, give him another solid weapon on the outside. And I definitely think that George Pickens would be a good pick. Whether you're drafting at 8, I think it's a little too rich for George Pickens, even though I think he has that kind of skill set and he is one of the better wide receivers in this draft. Personally, I don't want to take him at 8, but if we decide to trade back, later on in the first round or early second round, I definitely think that George Pickens will be a gem. If we took him at 8, I wouldn't be upset, but I definitely think that if you have the ability to trade back and gain more assets, more draft picks, I think that would be the smart move. And then go ahead and pick up a guy like George Pickens. But I definitely suggest you go and check out his highlight reels and check him out on film. He definitely is one of those guys that I think will fit well with the Atlanta Falcons because of his physicality, because of his toughness. And also another thing that I really noticed on tape with George Pickens that I really liked was he was very good at adjusting to the football. He did a great job, similar to what Kyle Pitts was in college, playing with Kyle Trask. Him playing with Stetson Bennett, who doesn't, like I said, doesn't have the strongest arm and is not the most accurate quarterback. I definitely think that George Pickens is really good at adjusting to the football, meaning that the pass doesn't have to be pinpoint accurate for him to be able to adjust and make the catch. He's very good with using his body. He has great body control. And I think that's another thing that's going to bode well if he were to come here to Atlanta, is that's one of the skill sets that he definitely has, similar to a Kyle Pitts, is he's very good at adjusting to the football, adjusting his routes and things of that nature. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of George Pickens for our Atlanta Falcons, maybe in the second round, being a second round pick for us, or even with that 8 pick. Let me know what you think. But I'll have a lot more coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are on the quest to 2,000 subscribers. But with that being said, I'll holler at you guys in the next video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Peace.